Right there, that's the same one that just come up after us.
Dolphin! Where? You gone underwater.
Remember you were told not to get out of your seat? You were told not to get out of your seat. Not to get out of your seat.
Another one!
That was a huge one.
God.
Oh my god.
Another one!
Keep your view on the right-hand side now. View on the left-hand side now.
I saw it! That was a humongous one.
All muddy. How did he get his dorsal fin all muddy? Okay, so there's two ahead of the boat. There's one on our right front. I cannot go into this harbor. This is a restricted area.
I saw the one.
I pressed the limits a little bit. Oh, it's all right here. See, they're over there. and so on. So it stirred up a bunch of mud here in this little harbor, as well as gave the dolphins an opportunity to catch whatever was in all of that wash that was being created in here. So now that ship, by the way, is pretty empty. When that ship is full, you'll only be able to see the bright orange that's on the top. And so everything else is bottom paint. And so when it's full, it's carrying a lot of material.
I saw one. It's a little bitty black one.
There was a dolphin behind it. Yeah.
I see.
Oh, I got that. 9:15, I got that.
Everybody getting a chance to see all of these? Yes? Yes, good. Now we're going to make one more pass here. Get everybody another look. If you look off our right hand side, there were two that are messing around over there. There's one.
I see.
So mom and baby are messing around over there off our front. Keep your view on the left. You'll see there's baby and mom right there. Now we would say that we had 8 babies born since April, but we had, whoa, right there, 2. There we go. Moms and babies swim right next to each other, especially when they're just brand new. Yep, that looks like they're playing. See, mom and baby. Oh, there's baby! Yay! Y'all see that? Yay!
Oh, bye. Where's Ollie? Super close. I saw a baby again.
All right, and one more pass on the right side, and then we'll head back down the channel. There you go. You see a little guy right there? See, we used to say there were 8 new babies since April, but last week we saw 2 brand new babies being born. We didn't see them being born, but we saw the results of mom and a very little dolphin right next to mom. There is one off our left front, by the way, as well. Here, dolphin, 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 dolphin. Yeah, that's my dolphin sound. You want to know how to speak dolphin? When your mom asks you to clean your room and you don't want to, and you go, that's how you speak dolphin. They have over 100 different clicks, whistles, squeaks, and squawks. They use for echolocation like bats. They find their prey and structures below the surface of the water. But they also use it to communicate. And they have their own individual names, using a combination of those sounds, clicks and whistles. Hey, everybody say, oh, dolphin up ahead of us. Keep your view on the right-hand side. He was swimming from left to right. There we go. Saw him again. Right here. Keep your view on the right-hand side. Now we are a dolphin-friendly boat, by the way, folks. This is a big jet drive, basically a water pump. Has no rudder and no propeller. So, yep, off, that's the same ones then. Off of right front again. Maybe they're swimming with us. come back, just get in the ferry line and come back over. Might want to avoid it on the weekends. Sometimes the lines can get pretty long for the ferry. One of the things that makes it really cool to ride the ferry round trip is more than likely you'll see a lot more dolphins. And then you'll also be crossing one of the busiest shipping channels in the world, where Houston, Texas City, and Galaxy ship channels all converge right there at the Pelican Islands. You get quite a lot of maritime traffic out there, which is cool. Dolphins like to jump right in front of the ships, or barges, or push boats. The water pressure is a little bit different there, so it makes it easier for them to actually jump out of the water. That's why you see that a lot of times. And then also, for those of you interested, our company also has a pirate museum and a haunted house. If you have children 12 and under, I have a token where they can get in free. It's only 2 miles down and 1 mile in. Two blocks down and 1 block in from where you picked up the boat. I have a brochure and a token right here on the cabinet to my left. So make sure you grab one of those before you exit the vessel. freshwater only. So more than likely, just for the odds, when you're asking whether it's a dolphin or a porpoise, more than likely it's a dolphin. And I just saw 2 dorsal fins over on our right front, again, right beneath that structure that's hanging over the water right over there. So, saw it surface again. Keep your view on the right-hand side. a lot of freshwater flush stuff down in here. There we go. So if you look ahead of the vessel, you'll see the blue and white building. As I mentioned, that's the new passenger cruise ship terminal. They say the construction will be finished in the fall of 2022. Purchase seafood instead of having somebody else cook it for you while you're here in Galveston, just on the other side of our little harbor, on the actually east side of that hotel, there's two fish markets, the Katy Seafood Market and Sampson and Sons Seafood Market, which have been in business over 100 years. So one of the reasons why I point that out is because the strippers and the fishermen that they take their boats out for day catches will pull in right into the back door on their boats, the back door of the seafood market, and then you come right in the front door. So it doesn't get any fresher than that. Then also, a couple of years ago, Katy Seafood House built Katy Seafood Market built Katy Seafood House, and that is highly recommended for seafood dinner. They have a couple of boats specifically for supplying seafood to the restaurant only as well, and you can ask your server the name of the boat that your dinner came in on. That's pretty fresh. Got a few more wakes right here, folks. Shipyard and ship fabrication yard. They actually brought these rigs in quite a few years ago, and they're dismantling them piece by piece. Essentially, they used to be a lot bigger. And you can see the three structures together, the legs of a jack-up rig over there. I don't know if you guys were here yesterday. Did you see that? No, it was incredible. They brought it in. They had about 6 tugs around. It looks like they were moving a rig down the forts of Norwood, but they brought it in, they closed down the channel, and so that rig structure that has those 3 legs was towed in yesterday. Purchased a estimated $150 million Fed ship that was built in the Netherlands. It's about 3 times the size of this one with its own helo pad and so on. You're not anybody unless you got a helo pad on your yacht. They say that they're going to use this vessel, or speculation is they're going to use this vessel for the Caribbean cruises because the Fed ship is too large to get into the shallow waters of the Caribbean. It's a tough life, I know. And overall, at the right-hand side is the Pride of Galveston. It is the tall ship, the Alyssa, and it is truly a piece of living history. that remain in the world that still has the original hull and is still able to get underway and go sailing. It is not a replica. Now, it was built in 1877 in Aberdeen, Scotland as a cargo vessel. And I just like to point out, it's just amazing to me that in only 145 years, we've gone from a cargo vessel like this one to the cargo vessel that we were next to down by the Dolphins. Now, it is a true Iron Maiden. The hull is made of iron, not of wood and not of steel. It has over 19 sails and a few auxiliary sails as well. And it is operated with paid positions of captain and mate and bosun, but everybody else is a crew of highly trained volunteers. You can pay a fee to help support Galveston Historical Foundation and support the vessel and its volunteer crew. To board it, get your picture taken behind the wheel, get a tour of the vessel, and so on. All right, did you guys have fun? Yes, I'd love to hear that. I did too. If you had a good time and you do social media and you want to post a comment, my name is Captain Maggie. And if you didn't have a good time, I'd like you to go ahead and keep that to yourself. And don't forget, my name is Tiffany.